Good afternoon, Mrs. Elston here, and I would like this afternoon to share with you a story from the Bible. You know how much I love RE, and if we were at school I'd be saying to you, well, I'm reading from the Old Testament, so is Jesus in that or not? And you'd all be shouting back, no, Mrs. Elston, he's only in the New Testament, and you would be right. First of all, I'm going to show you a bit about where I am. I'm sitting in my garden at home. So I'm just going to show you that I am sitting outside, and I don't know if you can see Susan. Can you see Susan? There she is. And Susan is my cat, or one of my cats. She's very, very old, and she's fast asleep. And she's asleep in my garden. And sometimes she likes to sleep where the flowers are. But today, because it's so hot, she's decided that she'd rather sleep a bit more in the shade. So she's going to listen to me talk as well. And I'd like to talk to you about a girl or a lady called Ruth, who is one of the characters in the Old Testament. And when Ruth got married, she left her home where her mum and dad lived, and she went to live with her husband. And her husband had a brother, and they both had a mum, and they all lived together. But over time, the mum's husband died, and then both the brothers died, and it just left the three women living together in the house. The mum decided that she was going to go home to her own country, and she asked the two daughters-in-law to go back to where they were from as well. Now, one of them did. But Ruth said, no, I'm not going to leave you. You're my family. And where you go, I go. And together they set off on a journey, and they made a new life. At the moment, we're living in strange times, and we're all a bit stuck in our own homes, aren't we? I've turned into the mad cat woman with my two cats, but I'm sure that you've all got people at home that you wouldn't normally spend all day with. Brothers, sisters, and playing together as if it was the summer holidays. Ruth teaches us that family is really important and that we mustn't let them down. We must try to love them as best as we can, even when things are tough and when people are a bit annoying. So over these next few weeks, I'd say to you, think about Ruth and think about how much she loved her mother-in-law and her new family, and how she tried really, really hard to make sure that everybody was happy. And God rewarded Ruth. She married very well, and she had a son who then became one of the ancestors of Jesus. So just think about all our values while you're at home over the next few weeks, and try to live them in your own homes every day. See you soon. Bye.